Welcome to PTDEN's instructional videos. Personal training for detoxification, exercise and nutrition. Today we're going to be doing an amazing seminar talking about nutrition and exercise alone. I've been in the health industry for about 15 years now. I've been working as a fitness instructor, gym manager, sales, head of sales and revenue for a range of different companies. I'm currently a master trainer who is lecturing at the Australian Institute of Fitness. So it's my job to coach and inspire the world's greatest personal trainers. First of all, let's look at the old health food triangle. What I found really fascinating is if you look at the triangle on your left, that's what I was taught back in high school, with carbohydrates down the bottom, followed by vitamins and minerals from your fruit and vegetables, then meats and dairy with a little bit of fats, oils and sweets at the very top. Now, if you're looking at the triangle on the right-hand side, you'll notice that it's very, very similar. The triangle on your right-hand side was actually used in the US to fatten livestock, and this is one of the major contributing reasons of why Australian obesity rates are so high. In Australia, we're currently the most overweight country in the world and the second most obese country in the world, which is running only second to the United States. And this is why. We created a food pyramid that is absolutely horrible for our diet. So what I've done is I've actually created a new one. Fruit and vegetables down the bottom, followed by lean meats such as chicken breast. Here in Australia, we actually eat kangaroo. It is the leanest, lowest fat, lowest carbohydrate, highest protein meat in the entire world. And the reason why we eat kangaroos over here is because kangaroos are overpopulated, and therefore we are forced to be able to eat our own animals on our national emblem. Fish is an amazing source of protein that's high in the specific amino acids responsible for muscle growth. We now need a low glycemic load carbohydrates. We'll have a chat later about the difference between glycemic index and glycemic load. Low fat dairy, and of course if we are going to have some sweets, dark chocolate's probably the best way to go. Let's have a quick look at acid versus alkaline foods. On the pH scale, we've got acid on one side and alkaline on the other, with points 0 and 14 respectively. The human body sits smack bang in the middle, 7.36, or let's just say 7.4. If the human body's pH scale changes from one single point to acid or to alkaline, we're dead. So the human body does whatever it possibly can to keep the pH levels of the human body balanced. The main thing it does is retain water. Your body retains water to dilute the acids that builds up inside the human body. So when we start to eat and drink things like Coca-Cola that sits at a pH of around about 2.8, the reason we don't die is because your body retains water to dilute the acids and therefore keep the pH scale of the human body balanced. So let's have a look back at history of man, and females for that matter. Back in the day, we used to eat fruits, vegetables, seeds, nuts, grains, water. All these foods happen to be very alkaline for us and very, very healthy. Now the question is, did we eat meat? Yes, we did. But did we cook the meat? No. So cooked meat causes acidity levels to become very high in the human body. If we actually cook meat that is uncooked, so if we actually eat meat that's uncooked, the pH changes because our body doesn't have to work so hard to digest it. Our body's digestive system, such as our lower intestines that absorbs nutrients in our stomach that breaks it down, is all designed to digest uncooked meat. If the pH of the human body tends to dip towards the acid side, then this is where we get disease and illness. About 95% of disease and illness all occurs when the human body becomes acidic. Only 5% are genetic. We spoke about water retention, so your body retains water to dilute the acids we build up in our body, and therefore I guess it's pretty safe to say that if we eat alkaline-based foods, not only is our body not retaining water, but the cells are capable of breaking down fat more efficiently. So let's take a look at your fat cell, for example. Your fat cell has to have a pH balance in order to function efficiently. So if your body becomes acidic, your fat cells can't break down very efficiently. So alkaline foods can not only help reduce water retention and prevent disease and illness, but actually help your body burn fat at a faster speed. What's the difference between glycemic index and glycemic load? Well, your glycemic index refers to the speed at which sugar is released into your body. Your glycemic, it doesn't take into consideration quantity of sugar. So your glycemic load is basically your body's glycemic index number multiplied by the grams of sugar. So let's have a look at watermelon versus sweet potato. Watermelon is extremely high GI, and therefore they told people in the past not to eat watermelon. Little did they know that the quantity of sugar that gets released into the body is very low. Sweet potato, on the other hand, is extremely low GI. So this is telling everybody, eat as much sweet potato as you can. It's fine, not knowing that the quantity of sugar that gets released out of sweet potato is unbelievable. So we actually shouldn't be going by glycemic index anymore. Your glycemic load is far more important, because it doesn't only take into consideration the speed at which sugar is released into your body, but the total quantity of sugar that's released into your body as well. This is the main thing I want you guys to take away from this seminar. Sugar is on the left-hand side, time on the bottom. So we're looking at over time how much sugar gets released into your body. Your body will always start on the bottom left-hand side of the scale. So this is a scale of you when you're awake. So not when you're sleeping in a 24-hour cycle. This is just you when you're awake. So you'll start on the bottom left-hand side with your sugar levels bottomed out. Why? Because you've been sleeping for the last 6 to 8 hours. You haven't eaten whilst you've been sleeping. And so you start on the bottom left-hand side, and as you eat breakfast, over time, your sugar levels will start to increase. Now, you're either in two phases. You're anabolic or catabolic. The difference between the two is that when your body's anabolic, this is where you want to be in the middle. You're capable of increasing muscularity, your metabolism is great, you're full of energy, you can recover from your workouts. That's where you want to be. You don't want to be catabolic on the bottom. This is where you have so little sugar in your body that your body's forced to eat itself to survive, and therefore you will decrease in muscle strength. You therefore have low energy and a slow metabolism. Now, if your sugar levels goes over the point of anabolism, your fat storage starts to increase, because so much sugar will be in your blood that your body will be forced to take that excess sugar and put it back in your fat cells, and now your fat cells are getting bigger and bigger. Sugar is also very acidic, so your acid levels go up. When your acid levels go up, your body retains water to dilute those acids. So you don't want to be too high, you don't want to be too low, you want to be smack bang in the middle. Let's have a look at some diet plans that we shouldn't be doing. Let's have a look at the top line, the really big one. So basically you wake up first thing in the morning, and as you make that first threshold, this is where you want to be. But later on in the day, your sugar levels start to drop again. As your sugar levels start to drop again, it hits the threshold again, and your body knows it shouldn't be eating itself to survive. So what happens is that your body forces itself to eat by making yourself hungry. So this is when you feel hungry and you start to eat again, your sugar levels start to rise. When you reach the top threshold, this is your body's indication of telling you, hey, you better stop eating because you've already overeaten. So your body forces you to stop eating by making you full. And as you can see, your sugar levels in this graph gets thrown around. This is what happens with the classic 3-meal plans, where your sugar levels go up and down, and on the bottom threshold, your body's losing muscularity, and the top threshold, your body's storing body fat. So you definitely don't want to be there. Let's have a look at the next line down. This is a classic 5-6 small meals a day. Yes, your energy levels are balanced out, etc., etc. But hey, you haven't had a big enough breakfast to get your body up into that good section where your body is anabolic. So in this 5-6 small meals a day, you're consistently eating away your own muscularity. So you definitely don't want to do that. Hey, exercising first thing in the morning without even eating breakfast, that's taking your body backwards. You're going the complete opposite direction of where you want to be. You definitely don't want to be exercising first in the morning. Yes, your body will burn a massive amount of fat, but your body cannot break down fat cells at a fast enough speed to supply your muscle tissue with adequate amount of sugar. So what happens is that your body's forced to eat itself to survive, and you will lose a lot of muscularity. So let's have a look at the plan of what you should be doing. The first thing you should be doing is having a massive breakfast. breakfast. 30% of your total basal metabolic rate for breakfast. That's a big breakfast. For me, weighing around about 95 kilo lean, you're looking at about 600 to 700 calorie breakfast. Once you've got your body up into that stage of anabolism, now you can consistently have your 5-6 small meals a day and split the rest of your calorie intake, in this case the 70% of your basal metabolic rate, over the rest of the day. This is how you maintain your muscularity, maintain sugar levels, stop your body from burning fat. Now, as you can see, by the time you get to meal 2 or 3 down the track, hey, you probably go to the gym. So if that's the case, your sugar levels will drop back down in the catabolic phase, and so you should have a high carbohydrate meal ASAP after training just to get your sugar levels back to normal again. So to summarize up what we just spoke about, alkaline foods are good. Have a look at glycemic load is far more important than the glycemic index. You must have 30% of your calories for breakfast and the rest of the 70% of your calories split over as many meals as you can for the rest of the day. Have a high carb breakfast and low carb for the others, because you don't need carbohydrates later on in the day. You do need carbohydrates first thing in the morning and ASAP after exercise. And don't forget, drink adequate amounts of water. This is Zahin Singh from PTDEN throwing a massive amount of information at you, but hey, it's on YouTube so you can watch it over and over again. And if you got any questions about anything in particular, you can always give me a call.